talking broadly about leadership, first I want to talk about it from a national perspective. President Trump is clearly trying to extend executive authority, whether it's through potentially invoking the Insurrection Act, this executive order involving social media, or pushing states to reopen their economies when their governors might not be ready yet. What is your take on that, the balance behind asserting leadership in a time of crisis and pushing too far?
Well, first, I have long said and long believed that power concentrated is power abused. So I am never in favor of the concentration of power for the purposes of exerting it. I have also long said that the exertion of power is not the same as leadership. It's not to say that leaders don't have power and should use that power judiciously and well. It is to say that leadership, particularly in a crisis, begins with the leader understanding that their role is to serve others. A leader's role, particularly in a crisis, is to solve problems. A leader's role, particularly in a crisis, is to change the order of things for the better. And so simply by exerting power, if you're not serving, if you're not making things better, if you're not solving problems, but indeed exacerbating those problems, that isn't leadership. And I don't care whether you're the President of the United States or a parent or a CEO. Leadership is about service, problem solving, and changing the order of things for the better.
Okay. And now I want to ask about the corporate leadership perspective. If the core issue here, and maybe you don't think it is one of police conduct, whether in this country it is fair, whether it is consistent, what then is the role of corporations, you think, in addressing that beyond issuing statements?
Well, let's step back for a moment. I know for a fact that businesses do incredible work that help communities. I serve as a board member of CECP, CEOs for the Encouragement of Corporate Purpose. I know how many of our member companies are doing good work. I know through my own foundation, Unlocking Potential, that we work with corporate partners like American Express, like MassMutual, who are investing in communities, have been doing so for a long time, and also encouraging their employees, enabling their employees to be mentors to community leaders. Having said all that, prior to the riots, we know that trust in business was low. We also know now that as a result of COVID-19, that trust has deteriorated further. Prior to the riots, we know that communities were devastated by disease, by death, by lack of access to health care, by unemployment, by poverty, and now they are racked as well by division and destruction. And so there is a huge role for business to demonstrate that the statement Jamie Dimon put out on behalf of the Business Roundtable last year is true. That statement said companies must care more about communities and employees and customers equally as they do about their profits. And people don't trust that that's true. I would encourage businesses to think about this period of pandemic, of economic stress, of racial injustice and division as an opportunity to demonstrate, not to declare, to demonstrate that they actually are committed to their communities, to their employees, and to their customers.